I'm Karen Roth,
I'm Peter Grosso of Remax Integrity Leads.
and here's a quick market update. So, Peter, what's going on in the market?
Well, there's some evidence, in my estimation, that the seller's market is softening.
There's a slight shift in what we're seeing.
Anecdotally, that's what I'm seeing, that's what I'm hearing from a lot of our agents, and we're hearing that the open houses are not around the block as much. There's not as many spreadsheets of offers, and so this may be a sign not of the seller's market ending, but of it normalizing a little bit.
I'm finding that less people, less buyers are willing to guarantee an appraisal shortage.
Yeah, I'm hearing that and seeing that too. The good news is there was so much time when that was happening where a lot of the appraisals now will catch up, I think. So I don't think it will be as big of an issue as well. So even though the sentiment may stop, it may not trigger appraisal problems because we've had 2 or 3 months where people are offering $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over what it might appraise at. And then once that closes, that's the new appraisal anyway.
Right.
And so and the market can't keep going up $50,000 above appraised value. So I think we've probably hit that limit and things will appraise.
And now, what are you thinking in terms of what's coming on the market? Do you think we're going to see an influx of inventory? Because I have my own idea about, a lot of people are saying foreclosures, but I don't think that's where it's going to come from. I think
the foreclosure market will not saturate the regular market. However, I do think that there's a sentiment shift, that people are becoming, because the pandemic seems to be subsiding, that there's a lot less fear of people coming into your home, but going out and looking at other homes, that and people are seeing how high the market is, that it's drawing in the supply side of our market. So I think that's going to increase the amount of sellers. I don't think, even if we get a huge influx of foreclosures, that we'll see a immediate shift in the prices of houses for them.
See, my feeling is that the banks are too smart to put out too many foreclosures at once. And most of them are not on the market because they're occupied. But I do think that when they start allowing these evictions to occur, a lot of these landlords who have been holding on to these properties and done very well over the years and maybe owned 7 or 8 properties, but now for almost 2 years have not seen a dime. I think they might be at the peak of the market now saying, I'm gonna let them go.
I've had enough. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that, but that's certainly, I think there's gonna be a lot of supply draws. And even whether or not the bottlenecking of the foreclosures will get into the market at some point. And it's just a matter of at what pace. Early on, no matter what, even if they all go into the market, they're going into a different market. The cash market is separate from the marketable and lendable market. So it won't be an immediate impact on the normal supply of sales. But if the majority of purchasers are looking to flip those houses and put them in there, then at some point it is going to flip most likely from a seller's market to potentially a buyer's market.
But there's also some buyers where not all foreclosures are flip homes.
Right.
I think that we've seen quite a few that are very easily sellable as is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there are enough buyers that even if it needs a few things, that they're willing to do a 203K loan versus a 203B loan.
Right. And that's especially if inventory is still tighter than demand. At some point, if that's not needed to find a house, because 3 months ago, yeah, anybody would have figured out how to buy a house.
Yes.
Whether it's 203K, whether it's coming up with cash, whatever that person could have done to buy a house, offering $50,000 over asking, whatever it took. At some point, as inventory comes on and people have options, it's going to, the only thing that the seller is going to be able to do is adjust their price.
So there you have it, today's market update.
See you soon.
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and click the bell to be notified of my next post.